Welcome back to G.P.H podcast, where we dive deep into topics of our everyday lives. Welcome back, guys. Today is a pleasure to have with me my boy Jeandy.
Appreciate you. Thank you for having me. Just thank God for allowing us to be here and to get to this destination and be here to talk about what we're going to talk about today,
Yes,
which
sir.
is the vision.
Yes, sir. How you feeling today, Jeandy?
Excelentemente bien.
Ooh,
Blessed
talk
and
about
highly
it.
favored.
I've been saying that lately.
Blessed and highly favored.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
blessed.
Your brother asked me earlier. He was like, "How's the faith?" I'm like, "Blessed and highly favored." Stop playing.
Amen.
So, guys, today we're gonna be talking about merging visions, leadership, collaboration, and the power of clarity. So we're gonna start with how to understand the vision, right? Especially like here in the organization, we have a vision-driven leader, Carlos, but we also have our visions. And Jeandy has a vision for G.P.H. He has a vision for Day One. Feel me? You're my coach mentor. So I wanna go deep into like how detailed do you believe a vision should be in order for everyone to stay aligned?
Like the vision, not only the vision, but anything you do in life, you got to be detailed. Got to be very specific. He mentioned a quote, I don't know who said it, but he said, be stubborn with the vision, but flexible with the details.
I like that. Yeah.
So sometimes you have to switch it up. You have to give different touches. Like the end goal never changes, but sometimes the path has to change because obstacles, certain things come our way. So sometimes the details is just going, every day you're gonna get more clarity on the vision and you're gonna be more detailed with it. And you're gonna get more stubborn with it. Because you're gonna see what benefits you and certain things that doesn't benefit you. Or it's not even that benefits you, but benefits everybody as a whole. So sometimes what's best and what's not.
Would you say you have to be that detailed even before you start tackling the vision?
Depends.
Or you can go like as you go kind of thing?
As you go. That's how I've learned. And it sounds messed up because maybe like our subconscious mind, we're trained for everything to be perfect. We want everything. We want all the details, but the hardest thing to do is just start. And that's what people fail at because they want all the details. But when you start, you're going to get the details. You're going to know how to move. That's why I fell in love with the thing. I fell in love with the saying. Sometimes we think we know what's best, but the best way is God's way.
Amen.
And he only shows us when you're on that journey. If you don't go on that road, then how you gonna know where to go?
I think you just said something like this just came in my head. This is gonna be fire. You're gonna like it. God has a vision for all of us. God
does.
is the vision-driven leader. And then we have to merge our visions with his kind of thing. You get what I'm saying?
Correct.
In an organization, Jandy, we're being led, right? Leaders creating leaders. What is being a vision-driven leader mean to you? Like, what does that entail?
The vision-driven leader that is either this or that. Like, this is what I'm focused on. This is what I'm focused on and follow one course into successful. So if it's leaders creating leaders, I can't diverse into another project because this is what I'm on for. It's helping a brother or sister simply become the person, become their best version. I'm still in the process of getting my dream home, dream car, but I know somebody that's done it. Yeah. So if I'm not in a position to help you, but somebody could be more advanced and closer to that goal than me, just simple because I don't want to say the situations, but it is what it is, you know? Everybody's journey is different.
What do you mean by not diving into other projects? Because let's say like you have a business idea, or you have something else that you want to get going on. I mean, of course, how would I say prioritize? Like this is something that we're putting our priority into. You know, this business before pleasure. But what do you mean exactly by?
Like I'll give you an example. I had a lot of opportunities thrown my way, whether it be real estate or business opportunities or different ventures. But if it doesn't align with my vision of leaders creating leaders or just empowerment of something, bringing positivity to the world or uplifting people, then why should I leave what I'm doing for that? If it doesn't align, whereas if somebody's doing some type of positivity where we could do a joint venture where, hey, he got this going on, he does real estate or he's into cars, where we could do a collab where it doesn't only benefit me, but it could also benefit you. Because if we bring them to the organization, then it's a win-win for everybody, not just for that person and not just for me, but for others that, for example, I'm helping you, got Mars, Manny, Consistency 360, or just simply Carlos. Yeah. If I help Carlos, then I'm helping myself.
Well, I think it's very
If I help you, I'm helping myself.
Yeah, I mean, is in the organization where we're helping each other in our platforms. You know, I uplift you, you uplift me, we uplift the organization together, and of
Correct.
course with everyone else. And I think it's about taking action, right? How do you inspire action in your vision and in the visions of others?
You gonna have to or rephrase that question.
Um, so when it
Give me
comes
more
to
clarity.
you said the first step people should take is the action,
Just
right?
start.
How do you inspire that though? How do you get someone to understand what their vision is or what the vision of this organization is? Let's ask it like that. When you speak to someone about, yo, I'm here. You told me, Carlos told me, I'm in the business of helping people accomplish their dreams. How do you inspire action for people when you go to speak to them about the organization?
That's a great question. Like just bringing people clarity or like helping them. Oh, I see you doing this. I see you that. Not only do I see you doing it, but we can also help you in that aspect. Whatever if it's your dreams is to have cars. Okay, you want to have all the cars in the world. Why not start up a dealership business? Why not start up a
Yeah.
car business? So turning that passion into a business where not only you benefit, but you could serve other people. We could help people with traditional business, but nowadays we could help people become the business where you have your own platform and you sell yourself. Because what would you prefer to have? 1% of 100 businesses or 100% of one business?
The 1% of 100.
So now we're just multiplying ourselves. And it's also, I've done episodes like on the vision on Day One podcast. We did an episode with Carlos on the vision where I brought him as a guest and we spoke about the vision and just simply everything we got going on. Like it's just uplifting, it's transformation, but it starts with you.
Absolutely. How do you ensure that your team, right? You say you have me, you have Manny from Consistency 360, you have Mars, you have a couple people.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, you brought 10 people along already so far, right? How do you ensure that the team not only understands the vision, but how do you inspire them to act on it?
Because this is bigger than us. Like it's not simply just for me, but just like it was crazy because I seen the movie The Forge. And it was like there was this businessman. He was a mentor to a younger guy where he didn't have a father figure in his life.
Yeah.
And then the man came in as a mentor in his life where he was a businessman, but he was also a man of God. So he brought him to Jesus, but he also brought him into his business where he was looking for a job. But we're not creating jobs, we're creating opportunities to uplift others. Because money is printed at the end of the day. And it's not about the money, it's about the person you become. But
About the impact.
exactly, and we're helping people become life coaches, business consultants. What was it?
I think it's
What
funny.
was the question though?
Well,
I
it's
feel like
like
I didn't answer it. So
I'm gonna help you out a little bit. You're going good, but I ask you, how do you not only help them understand, but inspire them to act on it? And I'm gonna shed how like you came to me, how you approached our relationship, and I was speaking to you about it the other day. I'm like, first, I remember one day you came to me, you was like, "Hey, yo, Jesus wants a relationship with you." You remember I was telling you about that?
you should
And I'm
say
like,
that heavy.
I spoke to him this morning. What you talking about? And I think with that, bro, you inspire me to act or handle situations a certain way, even with the organizations. Like I know I've hit my hiccups with it. You know, there's certain things that I'm not too fond of, but I understand that it's about trusting the process and about the overall picture. And also, I'm big on the spiritual pillar. You know, I'm very big on my relationship with God. And through prayer and through communication with God, He has shown me to like stick with the process. You get what I'm saying? And I know that's a tool that you've used with me, a specific tool. But what's a something else? Like, give me something.
For
like,
example, like everybody wants financial freedom, right? But
Yeah.
freedom starts in the mind. And we're trained, we create business opportunities that help build our network and income while everyone is trained, while everyone else is trained to look for work. Because people are on the left side of the cash flow quadrant where time is money. We're helping people come to the right side where not even just business owners, but investors and inventors. That's why you're not in position to invest in others, whether it be a podcast, whatever business venture it is that it goes aligned with our values and that could benefit the organization. Like I said, people want to do traditional business, so it's simply just helping people become business owners, investors, but also inventors. Well, in order to become an inventor, you got to unlock that infinite intelligence, the imagination. But most people don't think, the strangest secret. So it's helping people become thinkers, just maximize their capacity overall and get to that right side of the quadrant.
So emphasizing the fact that right now, a lot of people that you meet, you emphasize how, okay, you work a 9 to 5,
I have
You
a
get
5
what
to
I'm
9.
saying? Or some people are self-employed. And what are you doing to impact the world though through that 9 to 5 or through that self-employment?
And most people are self-employed, not even just to bounce off that. Most people are self-employed, but they're also business, or people that are business owners, they don't even know they're self-employed because the business owns them. I've never owned a business. This is my first time ever, but I'm pretty sure Carlos could help where that connection that I have with Carlos, I could leverage his experience where we could shed light on them and help that business owner come to a level that he could excel and go from to the unification, because he's managing people, but he only got 24 hours. All his 24 hours is going in that business where I could bring him and he just gonna notice out all the blind spots and bring light and bring solutions.
Well, Carlos has 30 years of experience in business. I'm pretty sure he'll be able to shed light. And when I see you do a lot of like the interviews for day one, and when you speak into those people and you ask them like about their dreams and whatever and their visions, how do you tie that into the organization? How do you merge that for them?
Because my dream is to help people accomplish their dream. That's the goal, is helping people accomplish their dreams. But we could turn that passion, that dream of them, into a business. For example, we love basketball. We could record our games, just do content. It'll go viral up easy. And then
we
that,
be cooking too.
and that, it would draw us into everything that we're doing is helping people accomplish their dreams. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Like I was telling you, it's so crazy. The devil is really everything opposite of Jesus. Jesus comes to love, peace, all the good things, and devil is just division, hate, arrogance, pride, selfishness. So it's just a community of empowerment, community of a covenant, a strong covenant where we all want the best for each other.
That's a powerful word.
And
covenant.
uplifting people.
Yeah, absolutely. What's your follow-up with those people that you approach and that you collaborate with?
Simple. If they watch the podcast, it help me talk less. Because here we're talking about real talk though. I'm only one person. Like I would love to talk to you or everybody else simply, but I only have 24 hours in a day. I also got to invest in myself. I have things to do as well. When you guys watch the content, it will give you guys clarity. For example, how have you gotten clarity just watching CMR or Day One podcast? Because you told me you be watching podcasts of everybody in the organization as well.
I watch a whole bunch of podcasts, and when I was watching the podcast for CMR or for Day One, before I came to the organization, I was watching it because I was in that mental space of investing in myself, right? And then I'm like, look at these guys that are talking about it, you know? And it's just certain things that you guys say that are inspiring. You get what I'm saying? Get out the rat race. You know, stop having a poor mentality, passing over opportunities repeatedly, right? And things like that. And it was like, I just came home from prison, so I'm like, damn, bro, am I gonna do the same thing that I was doing before I went to prison? Am I gonna go back to having a boss? And it's not that I'm not, how do I say? I don't mind having someone be like, yo, look, this is what we're doing, whatever. I think to be a great leader, you gotta be a great follower. And being an employee, it happens at times, right? Or not at times, it happens. You're an employee, you have someone telling you what to do. And I think what helped me was what helped me and what inspired me through CMR or through Day One was that I'm like, yo, it's time for me to make that change for myself so that I can make the impact in this world that I want. Like I said, bro, a lot of my drive comes from God. And I know that what we're meant to be as disciples. You sent it to me today, Matthew 28, right?
19, right?
And bro, like literally, Jesus was like, make disciples of the other people and spread the gospel. And that's why I chose G.P.H for my podcast in the organization. Why? Because glory, praise, and honor be to God first. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to preach my testimony, and I'm going to show you guys how I've invested in myself. Before I came to the organization, I was investing in myself. While I was locked up, I was investing in myself. But while I was locked up, I was reading Think and Grow Rich, the cash flow quadrant. I was reading Napoleon Hill. How is it? Think and Grow Rich. I was reading Outwitting the Devil. And I think like there was so much stuff that we could like both understand each other on. There was a foundation before I came into this foundation. And I just see that how Esteban said the other day when he came back, he's like, oh, I just want to be around people that do that. And apart from this, like something that I want to be around is the fellowship. And I just learned is like, you got to put yourself in those environments. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And
just to bounce off that, it's also like mind doctors. You could read all the books in the world, but a mentor, coach, is gonna tell you, hey, this and that. He's gonna see your blind spots.
Yeah.
And also, you said something key. You said something key, talking about your testimony. Our message, and we're the messenger.
Yeah.
So that's what we hear, because people that resonate with you might not resonate with me because they're gonna judge the messenger. Like in the book of Timothy, it talks about don't let anybody look upon you or look beneath you just because of your age.
Yeah.
So I'm only 22. People might judge the messenger, so I can't do it by myself. Carlos can't do it by himself. It's multiple people preaching the same message. Hey, you'll never be free until you become a business owner. And we're helping people become the business. Or you want to have a traditional business, simple. You can have that because ideas are money. Like I was telling my brother today because he went to the gym. I'm like, yo, bro, what idea could we bring to the world that would solve a lot of problems? That's how it is. Thomas Albert Edison.
what Gilbert said.
Huh?
What he said.
Said
Keep going then.
But what I'm saying is, like,
I thought he was going to say something good.
most people think that you need money to make money, where if you simply have an idea, we can now invest in that idea. But it's simply, like, everybody wants financial freedom, but that comes last in the list. So it's helping people become the person as a coach mentor. Be that person that I never had in my life. Like,
Okay.
he emphasizes being the most valuable person in your life, not just... But that's what it is, helping people become valuable.
And what would you say is the key to merging different visions without losing momentum or focus?
Key to merging visions is thinking win-win. Like, not only about me,
Oof.
but what benefits everybody.
Mic drop.
What benefits everybody. Like here, it sounds messed up, bro, but it is what it is. Unless we have a valid point, then it's not that I'm the owner, he's the owner. It's like this building, we're leveraging it. We're leveraging all these resources, so we got to come correct. For as bad as it sounds, but that's true, unless we, let's say, like the guy, for example, I was talking to some guy, some officer, he has 300K followers on Instagram, but he also does social media.
Yeah.
So that would be a great person to have on my platform where I could interview him, where I could leverage his social media influence, and he could get us on the map.
But
And I'm giving him a platform to talk as well.
Absolutely.
It's win-win.
And when people come here, you're giving them a platform to do their testimony and talk about their stuff, right? But how would you balance? How do you maintain your vision while respecting your partner's individual? Because it's how you guys say it's a partnership.
Right.
So how do you respect their vision, what they're trying to put in? Like, you get what I'm saying?
Because the vision, let's say I would have done, like, who have I done an episode with? Like Edgar, for example. Everybody that I had come on, what partnership could we do moving forward?
What's Edgar? Life is a Mess?
Yeah, Life is a Mess cast, for
yeah.
example. But he went into too much, he couldn't handle the pressure. He melted like a snowflake. So it's like, if we come up here, what partnership, what opportunity are we presenting for that person where it not only benefits us, but we're also helping them? Instead of just wasting the hour when that session you could record with me or with Carlos, bringing clarity to the world.
Yeah.
Like I said with Carlos multiple times on my platform, just asking him questions, and they brought us back to the vision, where it's helping people accomplish their dreams.
I understand.
But obviously, positive mental attitude, that's why master your mindset.
But when it comes to like individuals that bring their vision, right? Because I think it's about how Carlos likes to say, like, we gotta work on the 4 levels of implementation. Imagination is the highest.
4 levels
one,
of
right?
value creation.
There you go, of implementation. You hear me? I stayed on the lower level. But at the 4 levels of value creation, the highest one is imagination. And I'm pretty sure that with the visions that we bring to the table, there is something there. Like, I feel like how I brought G.P.H, right? There's a vision behind G.P.H that I came with before I came to the organization, right? And I would say, how would then you balance like an idea that I would give, even if it doesn't go directly with what the organization is given?
That would be something, yeah, you have to structure it like, what is it? What is the big picture behind it? What is the intention behind all of this?
Yeah.
Who am I bringing into this sanctuary, and what are they giving? It's not that we're taking, it's also win-win. So it's like, all right, we're bringing this person in the thingy, we're gonna create the content. But in the long run, how is that person not only benefiting us, but benefiting the world? And it sounds messed up, but also benefiting us in a way.
Yeah. I mean, It's how you say it's a partnership, you know? I like to emphasize though, if I win, you win. If you win, I win. So I understand. And
I don't know if I gave you the best answer for that one, but
I mean,
next.
it brings clarity because if I do bring someone here, I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna do my due diligence to make sure that they're not coming here like you know, you're bringing value. Your point of view is giving perspective, and you're challenging perspective. Because I think the biggest challenge that you give me as a coach mentor is the challenges of perspective that you give me. And I know sometimes I challenge your perspective. You get what I'm saying? Iron sharpens iron. And going forward, or even from the get, just like make sure that we do our due diligence. Don't bring bullshit to people's table. You get what I'm saying? But also look at the bigger picture, how you said. And I think when it comes to vision, it's about that. You know, Carlos is the vision-driven leader behind all of this. And I ain't gonna lie, it's like I told you before, I know for a fact that he's so locked in to what the vision is for this whole organization and the lives that he wants to impact. Yo, it's gonna happen, bro. If you know the power of the mind, or how we was talking about the 4 levels of value creation, if you know how powerful that is for you to be printing money, how he says, but more than that is that you're making the idea to print that money. You get what I'm saying? Money is just a byproduct. It is what it is. The lives that we're gonna impact is what's gonna turn that, you know, is gonna make that byproduct come. Jeandy, staying focused. I think that's like the hardest part about the vision, staying focused. How do you stay focused? How do you make sure that you maintain momentum?
That's a good question, to be honest.
There's ups and downs, but how do you make sure that that keeps going? Like, you get what I'm saying?
Just giving it my all every day. No matter what I do, whether I'm here, stay present. When I'm in the gym, stay present. And Gilbert actually asked me a great question today that he hit me hard. Like, yo, so many people in the basketball court, why didn't you do a public interview today?
Oof.
I couldn't say nothing. It's like sometimes we want things to be so perfect instead of just doing it, just failing forward. So
I think that's about also like making sure we keep that relevant in the back of our mind. You feel me? Maybe like carry the mic in your gym bag.
I do. Now is the point of using it.
Take it out the gym bag.
It's the point of using it.
Nah, facts. And with the whole keeping momentum, right? Like, for example, I was reading today, and it said that with our faith, what comes is battles and blessings. Battles and blessings. Battles and blessings. Battles and blessings. Which is what? It's inevitable for you to face challenges. You know, even in the organization, it's inevitable, bro. The obstacles are gonna come. How do you overcome obstacles? How do you ensure that you turn that obstacle? How do you turn a minor setback to a major comeback?
Just getting up and doing whatever got to be done. Just giving it your all. Like, I've come too far to quit. I'm too far ahead to look back. The finish line is closer than the start. To restart, it's either this or nothing. I got it. If I don't do it, then I don't want to be in the what ifs no more.
You're that invested.
I don't want to be in the what ifs no more. I don't want to be in the what ifs. Like I was telling somebody, an important person in my life, I was like, yo, I'm the type of person that I gotta hit the wall in order to learn. I can have 10,000 gente decirme, pa allá no es, pa allá no es. And until I hit the wall, that is no more, I'm not gonna learn. And I'm still the type to try to keep going. You know what I mean? So it's like, I always knew it was a minor setback for a major comeback now in my life. Before I didn't, but it's just knowing that nothing's impossible.
So it's about keeping composure through those challenges.
Of course, staying strong. Because if you say I'm good, what's gonna happen?
You're gonna be good.
If you say I'm broken, what's gonna happen?
You're gonna be broken.
So that's why positive mental attitude is the number one step to riches.
Yeah, estamos en crecimiento, no sentimiento.
You gotta stay strong and just stay focused on the vision and know that it's gonna happen.
I think the biggest thing about keeping momentum and overcoming challenges is to not get in your feelings, bro.
Like today, I'll give an example. Today on the court, we was down like 9-5.
I think worse. We had 2 points and they had like like 8. It was, I don't know, it was something crazy.
And I could have got mad. There's people doing third year and stuff, but I was just,
Yeah.
I just kept playing.
Yeah.
I don't like getting in my feelings, especially on the court. So when I get mad, it's
Nah,
terrible.
even me, like I know you had passed me the ball in the corner, and instead of shooting it, I tried to do something. I turned it over, but that didn't stop me from hustling and grabbing rebounds and making sure, like, you get what I'm saying?
But that's a prime example of a minor setback for a major comeback, because we
Yeah.
come back and we could have won that game. They ended up
Yo,
beating us 11-10.
10-11. It was a good game. That was a good game.
Right.
Jeandy, in what ways do you ensure that personal goals of team members align with the organizational goals?
That's
Like-
a good question.
Like personal goals like that people might have.
That's a good question. I always relate it back. We all want the dream home. We all want the dream car. But everything starts with the dream business. So if you don't take care of business, business not going to take care of you. The reward, everybody wants the rewards with no sacrifice. There's no such thing as something for nothing.
Would you say you know?
So with the cars, let's take Gabe with his BMW. But they're so focused on the journey. They're so focused on the destination that they forget about the journey, and they just take whichever journey that comes the easiest.
Yeah.
Easy come, easy goes, but they don't realize that. They want to do what's easy, and then it turns out to be hard instead of doing what's hard now, and then it'll be easy.
Okay.
I believe Carlos could just turn on the light bulb whenever it comes to all these things, but he wants us to make us work for it. Would you prefer? Rather have us give you the fishes or teach you how to fish?
Nah, you gotta teach me how to fish. Delayed gratification, bro.
But it's easier said than done.
It is, and that's why you can't be stuck on your emotional. You get what I'm saying? I remember when I first came to the organization, that was my biggest thing. I gotta grow my emotional pillar. I'm not gonna say that even when I first came into the organization, I was a person that I would just like, yo, I quit or I don't want to do this or whatever the case may be. But it has helped me when things come, you get what I'm saying, that I didn't plan for or that is a curveball. I'm learning to merge with God. Yo, bro, si uno anda con Dios, uno anda seguro. Like, I know that if I'm with God and I have my relationship with God, whatever he allows to cross my path is for the betterment. I gotta make it though. I gotta turn that obstacle into the betterment. You get what I'm saying?
Amen.
It's only in math that a negative times a negative is a positive. You get what I'm saying? In life, a negative comes, you gotta approach it in a positive way to have a positive outcome.
It's a fact.
I was big on saying that to my boy, that like my boy Danny, you know Danny, and I would tell him, oh, yo, cuz, when negative situations arise in your life, bro, you gotta take it and see how to turn it into a positive. You get what I'm saying? Because if you let it stay negative, it's gonna eat at you, bro. And you gotta look at the bigger picture in all those situations. So my question to you is, and looking at the bigger picture, right? How do you measure whether your vision is being effectively communicated or executed? That bigger picture.
That's actually an excellent question. Repeat that question, please.
How do
I feel?
you measure
How do I measure?
whether your vision is being effectively communicated and executed?
Simple. If you help enough people get what they want, you'll eventually get what you want. And what I want, bro, it was like I asked myself a question. If I get all these material awards, would I be fulfilled? A part of me, yes, but a part of me, no. Because the things that money can't buy, it won't solve the things that can be bought with money, like relationships with family. Like, my cousin is so big on just moving out, but what is that going to do with your mom? What's that going to do with the relationship? It's not going to solve nothing. It's going to bring you peace, but there's a part of you that you can't ignore that.
He
You're
wants
gonna have
the
to face
instant
reality.
gratification.
You're going to have to face reality. So it's just like, there's nothing better than seeing people grow. There's nothing better than seeing a Mars grow. There's nothing better than seeing you, the little change you have made that I've witnessed. There's nothing better than Gabe shout out to Gabe being pussy whipped, talking about stay locked in. He'll be here pussy whipped. He's not becoming his best version. I remember when Gabe stopped smoking, he was on his grind, and now he like 2 steps back.
Word.
Just
Gabe, I
using
challenge you. I challenge Gabe, bro. I haven't seen you in the gym, bro.
Using that as an
I
example.
haven't
Using that as an example. Now I got David, like he's so eager, he's so hungry. Like just seeing him with Carlos, like it was like a young, like he reminded me of a younger me.
Who you said?
David, he did Vote Rich's podcast. I'll send it. He did a podcast with Carlos yesterday.
I think I seen it.
And it was like, he was so, like, you could tell he was so intrigued to be, he valued it. He valued that time that he got on the camera, and he understands that it's not only about him. Those are what we could do to the world, interviewing people, whether it's successful people or known people, and using them as an example, like what brought them to that position.
Yeah.
Whatever his podcast vision is about.
I think that's what these platforms are for. You know? How you say, deliver your message. And Jeandy, we're going to wrap it up with this one. What advice would you give to other leaders about the importance of clarity and the collaboration in achieving their vision?
Clarity is power. The vision, what is the vision that you have? My vision is helping people accomplish their dreams, helping people escape that employee mindset to a business owner mindset, or write it down. That's something I'm going to put into practice myself. Like, just write it down, everything. Write down everything from your mind, and then send it to your coach, your mentor. In this case, I'll send it to Carlos. And sometimes he checks up, and then he replies. I always tell you, like, sometimes, in my head, do that one time I told you. Yeah. And then it brought you clarity. So it's just, like, it's the little things. And I took that away from the book Goals. The problem where people fail at is writing their goals. And then committing to it, because it takes like an hour, 30 minutes to write down their goals, but most people won't do it. So just get clarity on the vision. Clarity is power. Without clarity, the vision won't propel.
I hear you. Guys, for a lot of you, I'm only saying this because I've been in the same boat. Some of y'all don't even have a vision. Get with the program. Create a vision. Do how Jeandy says, in my mind, right? And write it down, you know? And if you have goals, because we all have goals, especially now for the New Year's, I would say find yourself a coach mentor, someone that you know can obtain what you have or help you get to it, that can be the bridge to it, you know? I like to emphasize how I took that step with Jeandy. You get what I'm saying? I saw what you were doing, and I saw that you could be the bridge from where I was to where I want to be. And just remember, guys, it's about the effort that you put into it. It's about you wanting it every day. If you don't put in the work, it's not going to happen. Renters do every day. Renters do every day and everything that you do in life. And guys, just remember you're here for a reason, not for a season. Subscribe, like, leave comments.
A message before they leave. Because I ain't even going to say about the LLC or none of that. I'm going to just steps to become quality. Focus on that positive mental attitude. Take care of your health, because health is wealth. Hit the gym first thing in the morning. Just simply start investing in yourself, and I promise you the opportunities are going to come. Because what's the point of us helping people if they're not even willing to help themselves?
That's a fact.
What's the point of me showing the horse where to drink the water if the horse isn't ready to drink that water?
Well, there's expectations that only quality people, you can't just come over here like, oh, I need help with this, I need help with that. Bro, if you don't got certain things in line, and that's just in life.
It makes it difficult for somebody to help somebody if they're not willing to help themselves.
Yeah.
That's what I'll say, because we could help you start up a business, whether it's the podcast or a traditional business or simply a car business, whatever business it is that you have or an idea, if you want people to invest, we have the money to invest. But what's the point if the people aren't willing to put in the work, what they have to do in order to become the person or help that business prosper?
Yeah.
But the business grows as you grow.
As Carlos says, be obsessive. Be obsessive. Don't be like, yeah, I'm focused. No, be obsessive. If you don't get it, nobody else gonna get it for you. All right. And with that, I leave you guys. Stay blessed by the best. I appreciate you guys tuning in. And until the next time, man. Thank you, Jan.